actually, which I can use to store line by line, and as it takes from that line and it actually pushes it into there. Maybe it's not relevant to do that, but I'm just gonna create it just in case I might need it, and if I don't need it, then I can always delete it. So this is all the lines. So it takes all the lines, and we're going to divide these lines into a line. Each section in the array will hold one line. Okay, so that array will actually grow with as the file grows, more lines, it would actually have more elements inside that array, if that makes sense. I hope I'm being clear here. So pretty much we've got now 1, 2, 3, 4 different attributes. Next thing that we need to do is we need to have something called a stream reader. Now what a stream reader is basically a type where it actually reads from files. That's the way I understood it. So it's actually a type. What we need to do is we need to create an instance of that object, because that's what it is. It's actually a class. So to do that, we're gonna say stream reader sr, and you might notice that it doesn't actually recognize it, and I've done that on purpose. So it says namespace name stream reader could not be found. Are you missing the directive? So it's actually given us a hint that we need to call the right namespace, or actually include you know, the actual library or namespace in the actual thing. And the way to do that is you go up there, as you can see it says using system, and what we need to do is we need to say using system IO. That's for input and output. So that basically gives us the ability to read files and so on. So we're going to say using. Let's see if that deals with that problem. IO semicolon. Does that work? Oh look, the error's gone. So by doing that, now we can use that object or that class called stream reader, and we'll create an instance of that class. So now it's an object called SR. Now the next thing we need to do, if you think about the problem that we have, it's actually reading the file and it's trying to identify you know, what's a number and what's an actual operation, like add. That's to add numbers together, so that will be add. We need to identify this in an operation, and the number 1, 2, 3 and so on, these numbers we need to identify them as the values and not get confused between the two. And we need to also identify when it's actually the end of the line, so we can actually end the expression in some way. So to do that, we're going to use something called a regular expression. Okay, and regular expressions is a way for us to identify certain patterns, to look for certain patterns, so we can actually say, right, okay, this is where this line ends and this is when this other line, the next line, would begin. So to use regular expressions, while we're here, we can actually add the thing. Now I'll tell you what, I'm not going to actually add the namespace up here just yet. I'm going to actually write it as it's supposed to be written. Then when it identifies the error, then I'll add the namespace. That's more fun, I think. So what we're actually going to do, just like stream reader, we're going to use something called a match collection. Match collection. And I'm going to call it collection. Just a short, wait for it. And there's the error. It says the type or namespace match collection could not be found. So it's identified there is something missing. Now to use that, we say using, and this time it's called system dot text dot regular expression. So it picks it up already for us, selected it, and now the error is gone.